Hey, Tiger fans, we are excited to have with us today the head band director, Sonic Boom of the South, Dr. Little. Man, welcome back to the pregame show.
Neely, it's always a pleasure to be a part of the pregame show. Thank you for the invite, as always.
Hey, man, anytime, every time. Like if we could, we would want to have you on the show every single episode, every single day, because that's how much people love and respect you and the Boom and what you guys do for the university. As you know, I always call them student athletes. Those student athletes under your leadership and the direction of your staff. So, man, this door is always open for the Sonic Boom of the South.
Thank you, Neely. That means a lot. It really does.
So, Doc, you were on with us. We came and covered the merge, and folks really enjoyed that. And we haven't really sat down with our audience to talk to us then. So let's just start at the beginning. Let's talk about FAMU. Go through Memphis. Go through Monroe. What has the Boom been up to since the merge?
Well, we've been a traveling band, Neely. We've been a traveling band, and since I've been affiliated with the band program, we've never had a top loaded season. And what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
that is, after we did the merge, of course, we did the merge differently this year. We did it at the stadium. We want to add it. We wanted to add, kind of more of an experience for the students and more for the fans. And also, we wanted to make sure that there was a fundraiser for our students to fund scholarships and instruments and things that we need. So we did that on a grander scale, and then we turned around and went to Houston. And the thing with Houston was it was around Hurricane Ida. And on our way to Houston, we ran into the evacuation traffic. And Neely, can you believe that our students was on the bus for over 20 hours? And so we were on the
Wow.
bus for 20 hours, man, and that really took a lot out of the students. But we made it to Houston, and the students did a phenomenal job. And then after Houston, we had a short week. We had about 3 days to come back to Jackson and prepare for Miami. So we left Houston, came back after that 20-hour ride, and then like I said, we had 3 days to prepare for Miami, and the students were just phenomenal with that. And
Mhm.
I would like to thank President Husson and his administrative team for getting us on the plane to go out to Houston. But the Houston heat was brutal. It rained an hour and then it stopped, and so we had to kind of deal with those elements and things like that. But however, again, the sentiments to our students for pulling off, getting together a totally new show within the span of 3 days for Miami. And it was just overall a great experience to provide an opportunity for our students to fly on the plane, to be in the city of Miami, the city that they've been hearing about on TV stations and
Yeah.
movies and things like that. And so our students have been running, man. It was a very top heavy season.
So
And
I want to touch on something. I don't want our audience to miss it. 20 hours sitting on a bus.
20 hours.
So then you do the Battle of the Bands in Houston,
Mhm.
and you didn't come to Miami with the same show for the Battle of the Bands. So that 3 day span implemented a new show. And when you get to Miami, you still have the parades and all these other pageantry things that are taking place before the game. And all that was condensed into about a 7 day period after
Absolutely.
the merge.
Nearly, you hit the nail right on the head. And one thing that I want to educate our fans on, not to say that they don't know, because of course, all of our fans are very smart. They follow the Sonic Boom of the South, but I think they tend to forget that our students are student musicians or student athletes. They're students first, and they're people. And so,
Mm-hmm.
my job is as the band director is primarily to make sure that I'm taking care of our students. And so,
Yes,
I
sir.
always keep an eye on that, man. And you quantified all of the things that we had to do within that short time. So once we started the merge, it was just kind of major events back to back to back. And again, hat goes off of my students. They were very resilient in that way, and I can't be any prouder of our students.
Man, let me underscore what you just said, bold and italicize it, because we do tend to forget that as fans because we enjoy, and we've been giving it so much, we get a little selfish that we forget these are not only somebody's child, but they are students and they're here for school. And all that you just spoke on, still having to do classwork assignments because school has started back. It's phenomenal that you and the team were able to pull all that together. Well, you have much success in Miami and you don't get to come home and rest because now you got to go to Memphis for the Southern Heritage Classic, another weekend that's full of more band activities than just the game itself.
Absolutely, Neely. And look, I've almost, that almost slipped my mind. So we left Miami I think we came back. Perhaps it was that Monday, I believe,
Hmm.
and then I let the students have off that Monday, and then that Tuesday we had to get ready for the Southern Heritage Classic, and so we had to change the show again, and so we had roughly about 4 days to change the show for the Southern Heritage Classic, and so we've just been running fast and furious, and so that led us all the way up to the Southern Heritage Classic. Of course, it was an outstanding atmosphere.
Hmm.
Coach Prime and his kids did an outstanding job as they always do, and we were just happy and elated to be a part of that game day pageantry. The Sonic Boom of the South really got its feel during that game. The kids really have to kind of feel themselves out in regards to understanding their role within the band program and also being a caveat for supporting the team. Of course,
Hmm.
they did that in Miami, but Tennessee State was that game where they really kind of gelled together and really, provided that camaraderie during the game day experience. So we were very proud of the students.
Emerge after the merge, if you will.
Emerge after.
Well, so Doc, you've the merge, Houston, Miami, Memphis, and then there's an opportunity or a closer game compared to those to Monroe, and the band decides not to travel to that. What were some of the indicators in your mind as band director for the Boom to take that game off the schedule?
Yeah, absolutely, Neely. So first and foremost, we always want to support our Tigers in any way that we can. But just to kind of speak candidly in regards to why that decision was made, primarily as I just mentioned to you, mentally, I had to look out for the mental health of our students. Again, we're taking a look at not only the program at large, but making sure that our students are safe. Making sure that they're mentally sound, they're emotionally sound. But more namely, the reason why the decision was made was obviously, we wanted to make sure that we're able to make all of our football games in regards to SWAC play. We have Alabama A&M coming up in the next couple of weeks, and so we really
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make sure that we were a part of that game. And so when you look at it from the stance of budgetary constraints and the things that we had in our budget, we thought it would be a better decision to make that SWAC play game because the Bulldogs won the SWAC championship by a fluke. Of course, we know it should have been our Tigers, and it will be this year. Go Tigers! So we
Amen.
wanted to make sure that we supported our Tigers at that game, and so it's from a budgetary standpoint, and also the safety of our students, the mental well-being of our students, and also, Neely, I think people tend to forget that we're in a global pandemic. And so we started to see an uptick in COVID cases in our band program. And so I
Mm.
just wanted to allow that week as well to make sure that we got that under control because one student is way too many to have COVID in our band program. And so
Man,
altogether, but budget. Um, Also, we had to take a look at the mental health and the emotional well-being of our students, and also we want to make sure that we were able to again travel to all of our SWAC games. So the Sonic Boom of the South will be at every single game for the rest of the season. My sincerest condolences or apologies rather to all of our fans that were expecting to see the Sonic Boom of the South. Please know that our intent is to never let you down, but we had to make that tough decision to allow those things to happen for our students, for a benefit to our students or for our students.
man, well said, and appreciate you sharing those behind the scenes reasons for the thinking. Fans are fans. Us going us, we going we, and we want what we want. And being there at that game in Monroe, man, the Sonic Boom of the South was certainly missed because you guys bring so much to the table. But hearing the reasons and rationale behind that season, we certainly rather have the Sonic Boom, on the road to Huntsville and on the road to Baton Rouge. So if we had to sacrifice a game for budget, for mental health, and again, man, cannot underscore enough, as you said it right, Doc, we are still in a pandemic. The more we move, the more we increase our chances. So sometimes when you can find a place to sit still, get vaccinated, of course, we always are pushing that on the show, but it's okay to sit down. So we understand your decision and putting the student athletes and their health first, and also keeping on that budget. And speaking of budget, we encourage our audience to give to the Sonic Boom. We always have a day of giving, and everybody thinks it's about athletics or alumni association, and it is. But we challenge you, man, hit that drop down menu and click Sonic Boom of the South. Doc, what are some other ways we as fans can get ready to support the Boom, particularly on this home opener, WC Gordon Classic weekend?
And Neely, I appreciate that. You definitely hit the nail right on the head. And I just want to go on record and say that our administration, they have been immensely supportive of the Sonic Boom of the South, and anything that we need. But there's no secret. HBCUs are underfunded, and we
Hmm.
do need our alumni to help fund our initiatives in regards to transportation and meals and lodging and things of that nature. So thank you for bringing that up. So again, alumni, you can always reach out to our office. You can call 97601-979-2026. And just make that initial contact if you want to give to the Sonic Boom of the South. You can go out to all of our many giving websites and give in that way. And so no contribution is too small, no contribution is too large, but it does take a lot of money to move the band program, and we need your support, alumni, like you always do. So hopefully you guys can pull together and help us out for the future so we can be able to make those decisions to make it to every single game. So looking forward to this weekend. It's the first home game. Neely, the students are fired up. We're very excited. Because we had that week off, our students are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and they're just ready to put on and support their football team, man. We know that the Tigers are going to pull off a great win against Delta State and every other game after that, and we're going to be there every step of the way, and we're very excited about the field show this weekend as well. I don't want to disclose the music that we're going to be featuring, but it's a very well-known artist, and we think it's going to be one of those shows that people are going to remember for some time now. So we're very excited about this Saturday, Neely. We can't wait to be there.
Man, I can't wait to see it. Of course, we will be there live, and we'll be covering you, the student athletes in your band, the student athletes on the field. We just want to say to you, Dr. Little, man, appreciate you taking out the time to be with us, and anything that we can do at the pregame show to support the Sonic Boom of the South, because we hashtag love the boom too. Man, appreciate you. Go Tigers, get vaccinated. Man, thanks for your leadership.
No, thank you, Brother Neely. And to all of our fans, alumni, we love you guys. Thank you for all the support, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the vet on Saturday.
All right, Tiger fans, you heard it from Dr. Little, head band director, Jackson State, Sonic Boom of the South. Chuck, back to you.